To better understand redistributed manufacture and the opportunities it will provide, let's look at the example of a toothbrush. Let's examine the toothbrush in context of design, business model, supply chain and data. Looking at the design of a toothbrush today, we find a standardised product that is produced using petroleum-based materials and that is made to be disposed after approximately 3 months' use. The business model of a toothbrush focuses on sales through retailers. Currently, toothbrushes are purchased on a roughly cyclical 3-month basis for about £3. This results in a cumulative annual revenue of about £12. If we look at the supply chain of a toothbrush today, we see 6 basic entities. These include a resource input consisting of petroleum extraction, sub-assembly in which petroleum is processed into nylon, plastic and synthetic rubber, product manufacture in which a number of part assemblies occur along various production lines within one centralised factory before being combined for final assembly and packaging. Packaged toothbrushes are then transported to retailers, where they are purchased by either consumers, in store or online. After a period of use, a toothbrush reaches its end of life and is disposed by the consumer. The toothbrush is then collected and transported to landfill. If we look at these activities geographically, we see a globally dispersed supply chain, with resource extraction occurring in the Middle East, sub-assembly occurring in China, product manufacture in the United States, retail and consumption in the UK, and landfill in India. Looking at the use of data in the current supply chain, we find it's collected by the various entities and exchanged. Currently, data is typically only exchanged between adjacent entities along the supply chain, resulting in a disjointed flow of information. Now let's go back to the design of the toothbrush and imagine how this will change in the future. The toothbrush of the future will be modular, allowing for separation of the handle and the head. The head will be designed for the short-term use and disassembly, with all materials chosen for future refurbishment and reuse. The plastic head may be designed to be separated from the nylon bristles, allowing for it to be sanitised and refurbished, with bristles that have been melted down and recycled for reuse. The handle will be designed for long-term use, remaining with one user for a multi-year period. It will be personalised for each individual user, both style and ergonomics. In addition, embedded sensors and communications will provide smart functionality. Returning to the business model, the current product-based model makes it difficult to obtain strong brand loyalty, as toothbrush brands must continually compete with competitors for the next toothbrush sale once the old toothbrush has been disposed of. This new toothbrush design will allow for the development of new business models that create a stronger relationship with the users by moving to a subscription-based model in which the user pays a fee of £1 a month. Toothbrush manufacturers can generate the same amount of revenue as they did previously. This business model is possible today, but is not sustainable with the current global supply chain. To support these business models, the supply chain will evolve over time. In the case of the toothbrush head, large multinational toothbrush brands will rely on local or regional manufacturers for refurbishment. The handle design will be created by the brand, but production will be coordinated amongst local manufacturers using local material. Retailers will no longer just focus on the sale of goods, they will also become aggregators of various subscription packages. Geographically, this will shift the supply chain from a global to a local focus. This shift will largely be supported by improvements in IT, which will allow for access to near real-time information. Data transfer will shift from the current handoff method to a much more integrated approach in which key partnerships will provide universal access to data along the supply chain. Data will be stored in the cloud by a variety of data aggregators with the ability to communicate with each other. A smart toothbrush handle will allow users to share data with service partners. Insurance companies, dentists, healthcare providers might create an incentive approach to encourage good dental habits using data generated from the toothbrush. Service partners will make it possible to drive multiple revenue streams. In this scenario, user subscription model could be linked with a sponsorship model. As a result, it will now be possible to reduce user subscription fees while increasing revenue for the toothbrush manufacturer. Redistributed manufacture combined with big data offers significant benefits and opportunities for innovation. Imagining the future of the toothbrush provides an example of some benefits. Economic benefits include supporting local economies and upscaling of local communities. Environmental benefits, such as increased stability of the material by designing products for reuse and refurbishment. Social benefits, such as enabling a closer relationship between user and manufacturer, and a better understanding of issues around health.